Hello and welcome to the final programme of our World Defence Show wrap, brought to you with the compliments of BAE Systems. Now, it's been quite a show. Now, while we've been walking around the show, anything could have happened. But behind the scenes, which is where we are now, people are keeping a very careful eye on what we're doing. You can see that there's cameras everywhere, picking up the chance of any fire or any other threats that might happen. Great team working here. And on top of that team is the Chief Executive of the show, Andy Pearcey. Andy, been a marvellous week. How was it for you?
It's been a fantastic show, Alan. More people than we anticipated attending. The halls have been absolutely busy. All of the exhibitors, nearly 600 exhibitors attended, and the international presence here has been unbelievable. The Vision 2030 was at the heart of the strategy of the show. We've got a number of programs that are helping deliver that. We want to help them industrialise their defence industry 50% by 2030. And on top of that, as part of the show, we've got Futures Day happening, or it's happened, and we've got all the kids coming in, so hopefully getting inspired the next generation of engineers. We've had Women in Defence happening, which is all about celebrating the women in the defence industry. So yes, it's we're really proud of this show and how it's helping achieve that 2030 vision.
And throughout the week, the global industry was flocking to confirm new partnerships with Saudi companies. One fast-growing local business is Scopa, which this week signed an MOU for co-production and transfer of technology of the Watchkeeper UAV, known as WK-X in the Kingdom. They've signed for 52 of the type to fulfill Saudi's ISTAR requirements and plan to be manufacturing by the end of the year. Our news hounds have been sniffing out stories all week. Some 22 industrial partnerships with domestic and international defence companies with a value of $2.13 billion have been signed, according to the Saudi defence regulator and founder of the show, GAMI. One of these was Korea's Hanwha, who inked a near $1 billion contract with Saudi Arabia's land forces. In marine news, Zamil Offshore Services has agreed with Ribcraft to build the UK firm's rigid inflatables in Dammam in Saudi.
We'll have all the ribs being manufactured over here. The design IP will be with Ribcraft UK. However, all the manufacturing processes, including the material procurement, the supply chain, we are trying to localize most of the supply chain over here. And in due course of time, some of the intellectual property manufacturing also will be done over here through transfer of technology.
Zamil is also building fast interceptor craft for the Saudi Navy, following a further deal with France's CNN. The show attracted a high number of official delegations and also welcomed Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the instigator of Vision 2030, who took time to try out some of the innovations on display. Another key element of the vision sees a determined effort to develop human capital, increase diversity and create training opportunities for careers. But first, you have to get young people inspired. Of course, if you want to get young people to get involved and get enthusiastic and motivated about careers in aerospace and defence, how better than to play games? And we're going to talk to BAE Systems, who have been working in the Kingdom for some 50 years, getting people motivated and enthused.
Today at World Defence Show we do have the Future Talent Programme, which we are a principal partner for, to really showcase to the next generation of Saudi national talents what a career in defence and security could look like, the excitement of working with technology, and really kind of what a kind of varied future could look like.
And with sustainability at the top of this audience's agenda, that future could be electric. BAE Systems announced at the show that it's expanding its research into zero-emission aircraft technologies through a collaboration with Slovenia-based Pipistrel Aircraft. A clear message that came out of this show is that drones really are the biggest threat to us right now. But when it comes to crossing the deserts of Saudi Arabia to protect the Kingdom, the House of Universal Motorcycles have come up with a wonderful modification built here in Saudi Arabia. And when it takes a drone to catch a drone, UK firm Mars unveiled drone interceptors that can defeat killer drones by brute force at high speed and without a warhead. With the first few days of the show affected by a dust storm, low clouds and high winds, it had looked like the entertainment would be limited to the statics and the playing of the band. But in the end, the skies lightened and the UAE's Al Fursan, followed by the Saudi Hawks, cheered the crowds as the show closed on the final day. Well, that brings us to the end of the programs that we've been producing from the World Defence Show here in Riyadh, thanks to BAE Systems. And it is probably apt that we're here in front of the tempest of future aircraft, and it looks like future partnerships with companies like BAE, because the Vision 2030 stuff is really working. And of course, we'll be back in 2 years' time with WDS. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.